Welcome to this video. This time we try a Scandinavian defense, but not with queen d5. I will play knight f6 here and hope that we get some interesting, game without a lot of theory. c4, yeah, it's protecting the pawn, but I can, sacrifice a pawn, and I will try to find a fight for this square here for d4. Should I play c6 or e6? I think I play c6, and then I will take on d5 if he doesn't take. Okay, so he just gives the pawn back, and well, then in this case we just keep on developing, I would say. Maybe bishop f5, or even taking here. But I would like to play, bishop f5 and then take. And if he plays d5, I play knight b4 with the threat of knight c2. Is queen b3 annoying? I mean, I just take here, right? So these threats are not that dangerous. So I get my bishop out of the pawn chain if I play e6. Here you can see now that otherwise my bishop would have been here on c8 and in bad shape. But now I think I'm quite happy with the position. I think I just make normal developing moves with castle, and then I'm fine. I think even I can have a nice plan now if I fight against the isolated d4 pawn later on. I just take here, and then I exchange some pieces. Okay, he avoids this by pushing for c5. However, this pawn might become weak. I will put my bishop here on f6 to put more pressure on d4. Maybe I can try to push for e5 as well. He can gain space with b4 and b5 possibly, but I think I will try to counter-attack in the center where I have pawn more. So what about e5 in the right moment? Yeah, if he doesn't take on e4, I will take on c3. If he takes back, then e5 I think is very good for me. These two pawns are very weak then. Okay, he allows me to do so. So yeah. Okay, so these two pawns, if I play e5 and he takes back later on, it's just a matter of time until I win back these pawns, I think. What I can do as well is even trying to get rid of more pieces, and then I push for e5. Or should I play it directly? Because he might play c4. If I take now, or I played and bishop f6 first. So my candidate moves now in this position are bishop g4, bishop f6, e5, maybe putting pressure on the c5 with book c8. I'm heading towards playing e5, but let's say he takes with the knight, I take back, he takes back. My pawn on d5 is weak, and do I gain something out of this? Okay, let's put the bishop here on a better square, and this diagonal looks good for me for this bishop. And then maybe I play the rook here to e8 to support e5 even more. And yeah, in this case, I thought I'd just get rid of this knight in the right moment. I could play it already here, but let's. I mean, it's an annoying pin for him. He really plays g4. Wow. So he weakens his kingside position a lot. Yeah. So now I will. I mean, if he really wants to attack me here without many pieces, it's very, very risky for him. And I will try, you know, to crack up here the center very soon. Maybe already here with b6. So the c pawn is a weakness now. Let's aim against this weakness. He wants to play h5 maybe, but he's very slow here, so knight e5, is this an option? Okay. I will play knight c4 afterwards, so it's not that dangerous, I hope. Yeah, h5. I mean, I need to take care about this. He plays e5, and then if his queen is on h3, well, it's not too nice for me. Maybe I can play. How can I get rid of the queen? Queen c4. Let's try this. I attack this pawn, so I gain a bit of time, and then time is a good point here, 24 seconds. Come on. So I need to make some pre-moves. Oh, bishop to e5 looks very, very terrible. Ah, dear. So he toasts me. Yeah, I don't see defense. Wow. Yeah, well done. Let's resign. Yeah, the attack was way too strong. So where did I go wrong? Let's see. Yeah, maybe I should keep my defenders more at the king. I wanted to play against this weakened pawn structure, but I forgot that my king needs to be safe, and I really underestimated the strength of this attack here. I mean, I wanted to provoke him, otherwise I just, you know, take here, and then I could already play for e5, and I think my position here, if I take now on f3, he takes back with the queen, I push for e5. And then this pawn is attacked 3 times, so he needs to do something about it. So if he takes, and I take back, attack both pieces here, a lot of things get exchanged, and in the end, white has a much worse pawn structure because of these 2 pawns. I didn't really think about him playing g4, and I thought this is weakening his kingside position way too much. But I have to say I underestimated maybe the attack here. I think this is all fine. Yeah, but he can open up the h-file rather quickly, and I have some problems to defend my king. I mean, there are many pieces here of white being on the king side, whereas this knight, I mean, it puts pressure on e5, but I'm simply too slow. Should maybe, no, I played b6, I still like this, but here maybe I'm not quick enough. Maybe I should have tried to simplify the position even more here in this case. But yeah, maybe here, queen b6. I don't like queen b6 that much anymore. I think taking with the pawn is much better. Why? because first of all I attack the pawn on a3, so white needs to defend a bit. And secondly, I can play bishop d6, bishop d6, and then I could try maybe to exchange pieces. I win time because I attack the bishop here, and I can maneuver the knight possibly to f5 via e7. Yeah, and then I have a much better control over the position. Yeah, I think this was way better. So yeah, so don't I mean, what I did wrong is I just underestimated the weakening of the white's kingside position. I thought this is a no-go, g4. And yeah, so keep this in mind. Even strange looking moves or weakening moves of your opponent might be not that bad. Thanks for watching.